$25 and collects 51 poems in 3 languages, Italian, Latin, and English, and most part of the works that I took here tonight are collected in this book, and I'm very attached to it. I think it collects one of the best works I worked on in the last probably 5 years or so.
So one question for you. So these are bronze statues that you made, and then you made pictures of them, or?
No. The bronze the statues are only the ones here. These are paintings. Paintings developed in completely independent way. I start with the lyrics. I start with the poetry. Try to see an image, a figure that could represent with it. So I work with models. We work together. We share the lyrics. We try to see also at times together how we can have an image that would represent it, and then. We have several sessions and we come out with, but these are all standalone pieces. Sometimes these are the inspiration for a sculpture, but not very, usually they are complete separate processes, but in that one, like I mentioned, there is, respiro, I breathe, in the little painting. It's a painting that I developed a couple of years ago, always, be willing to put it in a 3-dimensional form, and then I started to develop it from here. So in that case, the sculpture came from this person.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So as Lee was saying, we are here. Any questions? More than happy to talk about the pieces. Thank you very much. Welcome to the show. The show is called SITIS PERPETVA. It's a show about my art. It includes a lot of poetry, visual art, painting, and sculpting. It's a work that I've been carrying out for over 30 years, always mixing the word, the lettering with a human figure and that kind of research. Each piece has its own poem that I develop into the form of art. I like to explore the human form and how the light reflects on it. It's the 3rd show I've done at DACIA Gallery here in the Lower East Side. It's been growing together, and I really love to work with them over the years. Let me introduce you to a few pieces. I like my most recent sculpture. It's called Vultus. I try to represent my poetry in Latin in 3D, so that the face is surrounded by the lettering. With the natural light, the lights come through, reflects through the cast glass, and tries to reflect the meaning of the poetry. It's a new piece, like others that simple oils on linen, like silk of Byzantium. Again, the Latin lettering complements the figure. There is a lot of classicity and classic influence in the work I do. Very simple form, torsos, classical influence both on the visual side and on the lyrical side. That's how I grew to explore art over time. Oil on linen, the lights reflect on the back of the figure. This is about love, attraction, very simple beauty, about the silk of the hair of the figure. If we can go on the other side, but very briefly, this is Respiro. Again, it's bronze and cast glass. Respiro, it's about pure freedom. It's I breathe in Latin, the meaning of the word. Simple torso on lyrics that talk about the perfection and how the feeling of freedom can be untouchable to time, eternal and valuable in itself. Again, the torso in the cast glass. It's very interesting to see how the lights reflect to the lettering. I think the overall approach of mixing words, lettering and figure has been the constant in my work. Started back in Italy in the 90s, evolved with me through the different aspects. And it's more interesting, summarized in the recent book, is SITIS PERPETVA, the title of this show, the continuous research that is pushing every human being, and the artist in particular, to explore new ways of expression and thinking. It's a collection of 51 poems in Latin, Italian, and English, with some of the picture of the work. and is available on Amazon, on the major retailers. It's something which I am particularly attached to. It collects some of the best of my lyrical work in the last 5 years or so. Again, thank you very much for being here with us tonight. The show will be ongoing until the 17th of March. I'll be here in the weekends. I would love to meet you here, and it was a pleasure to be able to introduce you to my work. Thanks again.